Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Houston.
There's a good reception there by Will Fuller. And if you're looking for breakout players in 2020, he's a big-time candidate for it because he has a rapport with Deshaun Watson. And now with DeAndre Hopkins no longer in Houston, he could be their top receiver.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Out comes Andy Dalton and company. Dalton, of course, grew up in Texas, played his college ball at TCU, and now his home is back in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with these Cowboys.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
He was brought down at the
back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
The 25-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Play action here with Dalton. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Second down, Dalton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Defensively.
And it'll be Dalton again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
A 3-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Houston Texans into the win column for the first time week 5 as they begin the Romeo Crennel era with a 30-14 victory over Jacksonville, the 5th straight time that they had beaten their rivals from Florida. But you focus on Romeo Crennel, Charles. How about age 73 now, the oldest ever coach to coach an NFL game, surpassing 72-year-old George Halas.
Yeah, he took over for Bill O'Brien. Remember, they let Bill go October the 5th. And Romeo Crennel's been in this spot before. Interim coach in Kansas City. Did such a nice job, they retained him and made him the head coach for the next year. So is that possibility there despite the fact that he's 73? Well, they played with more enthusiasm. They had fun out there, and they looked more like the Houston team we expected to see. Now, remember, only one team's ever come back from 0-4 to make the playoffs. It's the 1992 San Diego Chargers. Tough schedule to this point. It's been brutal. Kansas City, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Those were their first 4. Now they have at Tennessee, home for Green Bay. And last but not least, Brandon, how about all the players after the game talking about Romeo Crennel's dance moves in the locker room, celebrating that win? Where's the video? Get me the video of Romeo Crennel breaking it down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson, and that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Dallas Cowboys managed a victory against the New York Giants week 5, but certainly at a terrible price, losing quarterback Dak Prescott to a compound right ankle fracture and dislocation that required immediate surgery afterwards. And the early reports out of Dallas, injury expected to be season-ending. Terrible way to end such a brilliant beginning to the year. Prescott throwing for more yards than any other quarterback in history, Charles, through those first 4 games.
He was actually tracking towards a 2,000-yard season in the first 5 games. You know, I mean, that's just absolutely amazing what he was doing. Mantle now falls to Andy Dalton, and this is why you sign a veteran quarterback, right? A guy who was a starter previously in Cincinnati for 9 seasons. What people have often forgot, they went to the playoffs 6 times with Andy Dalton. The problem is they didn't win any of those playoff games, but he got them there 6 times. So this is a more than capable quarterback, and what a finish he put on to help them rally and beat the Giants. So despite their 2-3 record, they sit atop the NFC East, and I think with Dalton as their quarterback, they still remain the favorite to win that division. They host Arizona coming up, then they travel to Washington.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From midfield here, Dalton. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Good carry and pickup for a 1st down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle, but back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans would be happy to see that guy all year long.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. And for Randall Cobb, you know, he'll probably be remembered for his 8 great seasons with the Packers, but he's done the Texas two-step the last 2 years, played for these Cowboys a year ago before moving on to the Texans in the offseason. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Texan ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throw left side, complete. It's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st down.
There's a good catch by David Johnson, good enough for a 1st down. And remember, come out of the University of Northern Iowa, he had played receiver his first couple of years in college before shifting to running back. Used to seeing the ball in the air, and when he's on his game, he's an excellent pass receiver.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
And Deshaun Watson found the end zone 7 times last year with his legs, and it's no secret. He and his team would love for him to be able to stay in the pocket more and deliver the ball downfield. But with those gifts, it's hard for him not to take off when he sees an opening. Remember, he tied with Lamar Jackson for second last year with those 7 touchdown runs behind Josh Allen's 9.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Elliott, the ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Dalton hands off to Elliott, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On the carry.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Dalton here from the gun. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack.
Sacked there by Whitney Merciless, and sometimes he gets overlooked on this Houston defense with J.J. Watt on that side of the ball. But remember, he was the 1st-round pick for this Texans team back in 2012, and in 2019 led the team with 7.5 sacks and 4 forced fumbles.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Watson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. No gain, and it's second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Anthony Brown on the tackle.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Cowboys nothing.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
21, Ezekiel.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Elliott. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Draw play. Elliott. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. 10th carry now for Elliott. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now to the air, Dalton. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. 10 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. This is Elliott. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans 31. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And here's David Johnson in the Houston offense yet again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, A lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, he'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
No gain on the
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, Watson. And he'll get this underneath to David Johnson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 30.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
The coverage defensively.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And now let's look at David Johnson. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
Watson's throw going to be taken in by Johnson. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Passing, it's Dalton. Flush to his right. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And this is caught. It's Cooper. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. This will be Dalton again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Brandon Dunn gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's now 3rd down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was David Johnson who had a solid first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Store up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. I'm moving in the shaker, you an obvious, I'm a player. I'm a PC, but I'm running through a second like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, up on them, I'm moving later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training up and focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
J.J. Watt.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Dalton throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and is much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Dalton off play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. And they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 14. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 18.
Number 31.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 18.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
1 yard gain.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. The busy night continues for Johnson, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
2 yards on.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it'll be 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A gain of
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To the air yet again, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Catch there by Brandon Cooks, and it's hard to believe that he's on his 4th team in 5 years because he's produced everywhere that he's been. Houston hoping to see the Brandon Cooks that they saw in New Orleans, in New England, and in Los Angeles. 2019, though, was his first year under 1,000 yards since 2014. He's looking for a bounce back.
Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Watson. He may try and run for this. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short, 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Fells, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Pollard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A pass there over the middle to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this one quickly to Lamb. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 68 yards. Then the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time.
When you
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Good catch there by Randall Cobb. We know him as a longtime Packer who spent last season in Dallas. Now he brings his veteran presence to Houston, where he can help the young quarterback, Deshaun Watson, continue to develop.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Texans.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On first down, Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
17-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Watson. His pass caught at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells there to make the grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All NFL defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
A loss of 2 yards.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running with Elliott. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
On first down, Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Anthony Brown on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Cowboys 14.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the first round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dalton's throw taken in by Lamb. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Dalton over the middle here to Wilson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead him up to go for 2. From the gun, Dalton. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go to Johnson again. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
43-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
What we got?
To throw again. Dalton, and his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. This will be Dalton again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 30. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the gun, Dalton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
27.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Right there.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.